So here we go with part two. We're going to install this faucet. We just got done doing the sink and we're going to get this baby installed, and that's where we start to get the oohs and ahs before we go under the sink and hook it all up. So here we go. There are three positions traditionally that you can put it. Center, you can put it at like the 1 or 2 o'clock, you can put it at the 10 or 11 o'clock position. I think we're going to go, for this case, the 11 o'clock. As you can see, it kind of gets it out of the way of the mirror, and don't want to get in the way of Mama's mirror, right? And yeah, I did check with her before I did any of this to make sure this is where Sweetheart wants this sink. So it always makes you nervous cutting into this beautiful top, especially as green as this epoxy is. Real easy to scratch it. I noticed even when I was placing it, the hoses were leaving little imprints in it. So it's very, very, very delicate right now. And I'm not much of a delicate man, so I got to be careful. But here we go. I measured it 3 times. I didn't show you that on the video. Measured 3 times. And we're going to go ahead and get it drilling. Get that one done. Okay, for you guys that have never installed one of these type of faucets, maybe you've never installed a faucet at all, they're pretty simple. You got to go down to a smaller hole, and you can see there I've got about a 1-inch hole, just enough to get these hoses through, and they're color coded. It's pretty simple, not rocket science. We're going to take this rod, thread it into the bottom here. This is what's going to hold it down. We've got a piece underneath. Now we want to make sure to seal it so we don't have a leak. We got an O-ring. That O-ring has a very special spot all ready for it. Right there on the bottom. I gotta be careful flipping this stuff around in that green epoxy. And you just kind of seat it down in. I know I was off camera, I was watching this, not you, sorry. So that's ready to install. Then the only other thing that we do, once we poke it through, we've got this little dude. This is a rubber piece that goes underneath first, like that, and then this goes on like that, and your hoses can run up through here. Then we set the nut on it like that, and they even send a special wrench so that you can snug it up. I won't bore you with all of that, but I will show you what it looks like when it's standing in that hole before I get it done. And all you've got to do to get that done, like I say, once you get that hose, these guys slip down in. That slips like that, and then you can position it. I got it right over the center of the sink. Voila. Looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? So to be a plumber, number 1, you can't be claustrophobic. Number 2, you got to be pretty flexible. But if you can do those, you can do some really sweet stuff. So to finish this up, you've got your two hose ends. These have got rubber grommets. I can't even talk. So you don't have to worry about getting them super duper tight. Finger tight to light wrench. And then all we've got to do is hook up here to our P-trap. I'm going to redo this because I want it up out of the way to have maximum room. I don't want to fight it, and be able to utilize as much storage as I can. And then we'll go ahead and put some other stops and things like that on it. And here we go. Just what Mama wanted. Now, I'm going to redo, I know some of you are probably thinking, man, that wall behind is ugly. I don't like the mirror. These lights, yeah, you know what? We're not done here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find some pallet wood that's going to match this up pretty well. And I'm going to put in an accent panel here, same size as the sink, and then we'll redo this mirror with a little nicer, maybe some rustic kind of trim. If I get that pallet board long enough, I can go ahead and trim that out and carry on her whole thing. I may take it around the corner a little bit and just use this as an accent. A little different wood, but it's an idea. I can easily pull that outlet out, and there you go.